All right. Interesting here. We have Last Man on Earth. Love that movie. Based on I Am Legend, of course, dealing with a virus that has turned people into vampires, except for one man, who they are going after. But the twist of the story is anyone who knows a horror head knows the twist in it. Very clever, man. Richard Matheson, uh, dude, wrote so many great stories. Anyway, I just think it's kind of funny reading here. And like I said, these people live in Canada. I know it's a lot more strict in Canada. I mean, it's strict in America too in certain places. But the one good thing about America that unfortunately I'm seeing is not the case in Australia. Unfortunately, these poor bastards. Yo, fight on, revolution. Come on, working class. Let's go. Anyway, yeah, there's so many people here, and everything is so chaotic and all over the place. It's hard to control things, but they're working on it. Okay, so he's comparing what's happening, right? With this movie, the isolation of this guy who's being hunted down by vampires, essentially, is relating it to what's happening today, right? You can't help but recognize his dead-eye stare as he carries out his daily schedule. We've seen that same look reflected in the fatigued faces that pop up in our Zoom meetings, and are only half hidden behind masks at the grocery store. Well, if I'm in a store, you can see my face, dude. Right? Although maybe I don't want you to see my face because you don't like the things I'm saying. Right? Right. An unquestionable emotional toll. That is true. This stuff is taking a toll on everybody, and it's by design. Anyway, that's a conspiracy theory, which a leftist would have told you 30 years ago was totally true. Right? And you would have been like, I don't know. Well, now you know. Anyway, stop at the tit for tat. Come on. I'm trying to rise above to show you what's going on. Yeah, this is the movie is more interesting what he's doing here, right? Disturbed by the realization he can never rejoin the society he once longed for. Well, that's good. Well, that is the beauty of this and Night of the Living Dead, and it has a lot of, shall I say, relevance to people who look at things the way we do. Okay, I'm not even just talking about replacement. I'm talking about your cities are literally changing in front of you physically, and the people there and the things that are going away. Okay. He never joined the society he once so desperately longed for. Okay, he's more alone than ever. Yeah, well, as our society opens up, and there's like a bunch of articles in here where the people, I showed you the one in Fangoria, the people who are writing this are saying, well, things are starting to get back to normal. It's like, how wrecked are these people going to be in a couple of months when that's not the case? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, hey, it's good. That's the whole thing. If I'm wrong and things are not as bad, well then, hey, everybody benefits, right? But if I'm not wrong, you're setting yourself up for even more of a breakdown, which is what they're trying to do. Okay, some degree of transformation in this lost, lonely years. Okay, right, the return to normal. There's never going to be a normal, my friend. Okay, you think horror would train people for that? And what's this? Oh, beer. Oh, man, I'm so sick of craft beer that I'm drinking like regular working man beer. Ooh, Hunky Boys, Kolsch Ale. I like Kolsch Ale. Witchmaster IPA, and like they got a Berliner Weiss, Death Trapper. It's amazing. I know all this stuff, and then I'm just buying Yangling. So I don't even want to go over comics crap. Although I was sad to see this. This artist, Richard Sala, was a very talented artist, kind of alt comics dude, I guess you'd say, but very influenced by horror. I had some of his stuff and I lost it. He apparently passed away. So there's always like horror stuff in his thing, and always like kind of like homages to old movies and women in danger. Rest in peace, man. We go over her. Oh, look at this. Not afraid to slay the haunt industry. Now that, here we go. This is an example of what I'm saying. Now that we're somewhat returning to normal, we can begin. Yeah. Oh, man. Let me tell you. Anyway, it's talking about women in the haunt industry. Okay, and they're just all so awesome, and they're discriminated against, and there's all kinds of meanies in that. Oh, look at this. An example: Haunters Against Hate. Nonprofit spawned after the horrendous shooting at the Pulse nightclub. Okay, remember that? Remember that? The hate. You gotta stop the hate of these chuds. I like that term. I think you know what that term is now, right? Chuds. That's actually a leftist term for the the evil white redneck person, the Trump supporter, and pretty literally almost everybody you probably know at some point. Uh, you know, remember that when that white male conservative Christian guy went into the Pulse nightclub. Remember when that happened? So I'm glad that they're fighting against hate with with this organization. Jesus. Yeah, it's amazing. Even I'm getting sick of going tit for tat. I should really anyway. Remember this chick? What was her name? She was like a thing for 2 seconds. This is cool. I like this retro kind of Halloween stuff. I keep saying I remember the old postcards from like the turn of the last century. Those things actually made the modern Halloween imagery, which is now kind of fading away, I guess. I always wonder what the future of Halloween is going to be in America. I mean, I don't really care about. I like the fact that it's the season where it cools off. And there's some macabre stuff, but really, it's almost like shall I say, a ghost of a holiday. It doesn't really mean much to me unless I'm able to accomplish certain things in the next couple of years. If you know what I'm talking about, it's not. It's just gonna be another relic. But the art is really good. Yeah. And the music. Let's see. There's always something here. The Call of Cthulhu. This guy Andrew Lehman. This is from the H.P. Lovecraft Historical Society. They made that awesome silent film shot on video of the Call of Cthulhu. And the guy, he's the actor in it too, playing different roles, which is kind of cool. And there's some kind of accompaniment. Dude, the Call of Cthulhu. I'm telling any of you guys watching this, if you haven't read that story in a while, I want you to read it. Okay, I want you to read it, and I want you to think about, say, what's happening now. But I also want you to think about what's happened in the last century since that story came out. I want you to think about it, and I want you to think about what I'm always talking about with decline and decadence. And I want you to read it, and tell me if you don't get a chill up your spine from it. Okay. We got what else here? Yeah, not much. Although they got, what's this? Imagine if Nicki Minaj, Queen Nicki, okay, fight on. Who would have thought that Nicki Minaj would be one of our heroes? Yeah. Rob Zombie, where are you? Anyway. And Carcass has a new album. Man, Carcass was so... Yeah, Carcass, but... Right, the guys literally invented two genres. Gore grind and melodic death metal. Bill Steer is such an underrated guitar player, man. Rest in peace, Ken Owen, also the drummer, man. He died a couple of years ago of cancer. Carcass was one of my... I mean, dude, that first Carcass album, I had the cassette. That's how long ago it was. And just putting it on, it was like literally like noise. It's a big influence on the music stuff I'm doing, obviously. Even though, black metal with more of the grind, with a grind element. But Carcass, man, Recapitulation. They hate that album, but it's I love it. And Sympathy of the Sickness. It's just death metal, man. You either get it or you don't. They always made fun of the vocals, but this stuff holds up, especially the stuff from the early '90s. Holds up a lot. Anyway, and we got some more video games. Horror video games. Since I'm getting into gaming or retro gaming, but this is probably a little, after my time, but it's interesting, man. Maybe Arkham Reporter, maybe you're familiar with this system. What system was this? PS4. Yeah, it's like the PS1 was the last video game system I remember playing at my friend's house. So, and that's Maniac Cop, dude. Real quick, Maniac Cop 2. I'm gonna end this here, right? Halloween is September. Interesting. Like I said, I know I sound like I hate Rue Morgue, but I actually don't. I like to engage with it playfully. I don't think they would do that in return. But Maniac Cop 2, great film, better than the first one. Okay. I remember I met this guy actually at a convention too. He died also. Rest in peace. There's an actor in this film. Okay, you ever see Halloween 2? in the hospital. Remember the little Italian guy? He's like, oh, he's like, hey, college kid. He's like real friggin'. You look at him, Bud. Right? He's like, oh, like I want to smack the guy. He looks like a jerk off. That would grow up around where I did. Who I grew up with. Let's say. But he's kind of funny in the film, right? Remember how he gets killed he gets choked, and then the girl gets burned in the assault treatment. Anyway, point I'm making is that actor Leo Rossi. Okay, you look at that, he's like Leo Rossi plays literally a Charles Manson maniac in Maniac Cop 2. He steals the friggin' movie. Okay, Leo Rossi steals the fucking film. Okay, as this crazy like southern accented Charles Manson dude. He steals the damn movie, man. Check it out, man. A very amazing acting job that never gets mentioned by an actor that, was only in a couple of movies. He was more of a behind the scenes guy and like a theater guy. But yeah, Leo Rossi was freaking awesome, man. Maniac Cop 2 is awesome, man. So, and that's it. Happy Halloween. But hey, it's not even October yet. So the horror is just going to continue. I'm thinking of, I've put a lot of videos into the vault. I'm wondering if I should bring up some of the stuff I have on BitChute, the stuff I put only there, and then put it up for a limited time on YouTube. Because pretty much on BitChute, nobody really interacts. And I care more about that than the views. So I might do that. I might bring up some blasts from the past. I also plan to some of the old horror films I did. I'm actually thinking of like re-editing them, making them like silent, black and white. You might actually you might actually see my face, yeah, from a while ago. So will I do that? I don't know. It's a mystery. It depends on what the devil has in store. So. All right. Happy Halloween, and it's only just beginning. Isn't that great? Later.